is the man behind the mask? The man with shield and saber, advancing in armor to push us to the ground. If we so much as make a sound, what kind of man for money would be up to this task? Who is the woman behind the mask? Who would betray the way of life for those who never caused her strife? Could look down upon the earth and help keep us in the dirt. What kind of woman for money even a mother she would attack? Well, I ain't scared of you no more. Oh, of your mass alerts and your dying earth. Well, it's plain to see that things aren't as they should be. The measures you put forward, they just don't make sense to me. If we need to cut back, then so be it. But why is the food price first to rise? Oh, the iPhones, they don't apply. Yearly consumption has gone wild, and these days when things do rings, that when the thunder starts to sing. I'm a man of simple measure. I do not care much for things. I do my best to walk with God beside me, and sadly sometimes get caught up in sin. But I know what's right and what's wrong. It's buried deep within my heart in a song. And if I don't stand up for something good soon, I fear I'm signing up for my eternal doom. Who is the man who hides his face? Is he the son of his father, or a disgrace to his order? A man so full of hate, his own soul would desecrate. What kind of man for power could take part in this race? Who is the woman who hides her face? Is she the better mother for your child, to better teach the youth unspoiled of who they are in this big world, and how their parents are very old? Who is the woman for power could fall so far from grace? Well, I ain't scared of you no more. Oh, your mass alerts and your dying earth. Oh, it's plain to see that things aren't as they should be. But the measures you put forward, they just don't make sense to me. If we need to cut back, then so be it. But why is the house price first to rise? Oh, the iPhones, they don't apply. Consumption has gone wild, and these days when planes go rings, that's when the thunder starts to sing. I'm a man of simple measure. I do not care much for things. I do my best to walk with God beside me, and sadly sometimes get caught up in sin. But I know what's right and what's wrong. It's buried deep within my heart in a song. And if I don't stand up for something good soon, I fear I'm signing up for my eternal doom. Who are the ones who pull the strings? The pantomimic politicians, or the TV news actors, the presidential star performers, or the WEF reformers? Who are the ones with the power to decide all of these things? I'm sorry, I do not want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't wish to rule nor conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white, yellow, red. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there is room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives in abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The internet and the airplane have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for a goodness in us, cries out for a universal family and for the unity of us all. Even now my voice could reach millions of people throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me I say, do not despair. The misery that is upon us now was but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power that they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within you. Not one man or a group of men, but in all. In you the people have the power to make this life a free and wonderful adventure. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. Then, in the name of humanity, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a better world, a decent world that will give people a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. But by the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They don't fulfill that promise, and they never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with racial and classist barriers, to do away with greed, hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world where love and progress will lead to all people's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of humanity, let us all unite. Well, I ain't scared of you no more. Your master alerts and your dying earth, oh, it's plain to see that things aren't as they should be. For the measures you put forward, they just don't make sense to me. If we need to cut back, then so be it. But why is the food price first to rise? Oh, the iPhones, they don't apply. Consumption has gone wild, and these days when planes do rings, that's when the thunder starts to sing. I'm a man of simple measure. I do not care much for things. I do my best to walk with God beside me, and sadly sometimes get caught up in sin. But I know what's right and what's wrong. It's buried deep within my heart in song. And if I don't stand up for something good soon, I fear I'm signing up for my eternal doom. So I won't live simple no longer. The world today demands that I must get stronger. I'm gonna pull my head up out of the sand and let my heart cry out for justice to stand. And if to die is the price I must pay, then I will give my life up any other day. If it would mean that I could grow without hate, well, I'd be happy just to reach the pearly gates.